Hey, what's up, everyone? So I was on TikTok and I was listening to a guy by the name of Scott Lloyd. He was speaking on a young woman by the name of Kiah Duggins. Unfortunately, Kiah Duggins is no longer here because she was one of the victims of the tragedy that happened last week at DCA, where American Airlines collided with a Black Hawk helicopter. We're still waiting to hear how that happened or why that happened. But Kiah Duggins was one of the victims. She was heading to D.C. because she was slated to become a professor at Howard Law. Kiah was a graduate of Harvard Law. There, he said that she represented for the most vulnerable and was president of the legal aid and also a recipient of a very prestigious grant, the Fulbright grant, which allowed her to teach in Taiwan. So this was her life. She was, as he said, a shining star. She was, again, here for the most vulnerable. She even did a TED Talk where she talked about beauty standards here in the United States and colonialism. She shared a story about how, as a young girl, she wanted to be a princess. And when she told a friend, that friend told her that she couldn't be a princess because of how she looked. It's my understanding she went on and became one of the top finalists at the Miss Kansas beauty pageant. So she was indeed a princess, a beautiful princess. But what was also interesting about what Scott said was he mentioned the juxtaposition of Trump getting on camera and talking down on DEI and saying that was the cause of this collision. And when you think about the juxtaposition, you have this young woman, a shining, bright star, whose life was truly an example of just how brilliant a woman can be in this country, but not just a woman, but a Black woman. She was the embodiment of excellence. And yet you have Trump saying his nonsense. But as Scott said, let's continue to follow the journey of Kiah Duggins, the journey that promotes, as he said, equity, and I'll add diversity and inclusion. That is the journey we must continue and fight for. May Kiah Duggins rest in power.